Hey guys, I welcome you all to D&D News Talks. I hope you all are having a great day. Before starting to watch the whole episode, I would like to urge you all to please hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Can we start today's episode with some conspiracy theory and hidden facts about extraterrestrials and aliens which have always been hidden from us for some specific reasons? Nearly half of the Earthlings believe that we aren't alone in the universe and want to make contact with alien life, according to a new study. The findings of the survey, conducted in 24 countries by research group Glocalites, showed that 47% of the survey's 26,000 respondents believe in the existence of intelligent alien civilizations in the universe. Eric Anton Paul von Daniken, a Swiss author, one of the main figures responsible for popularizing the paleo-contact and ancient astronauts hypothesis. The general claim of von Daniken over several published books, starting with Chariots of the Gods, published in 1968, is that extraterrestrials or ancient astronauts visited Earth and influenced early human culture. Von Daniken wrote about his belief that structures such as Egyptian pyramids, Stone Age, and the Moai of Easter Island and artifacts from the period present higher technological knowledge that is presumed to have existed at the times they were manufactured. Is it conceivable that we world citizens of the 21st century are not the only living beings of our kind in the cosmos? The astronauts say in a clear night the naked eye can see about 4,500 stars. The telescope of even a small observatory makes nearly 2 million stars visible. Astronaut Hardo Shapley estimates that there are some 10 to the power 20 stars within the range of our telescopes. If we continue to speculate on the basis of this estimate and suspect the necessary conditions for life on only one star in 1,000, this calculation still gives a figure of 10 to the power 14. Shapley asks, how many stars in this truly astronomical figure have an atmosphere suitable for life? 1 in 1,000? That would still leave the incredible figure of 10 to the power 11 stars with the prerequisites for life. Even we assume that only every 1,000 planet out of this figure has produced life, there are still 10 million planets on which we can speculate the life exists. So, from that survey which we have talked about earlier in this video, the remaining 53% people, do you still believe that we are alone in the whole universe? Now, there is a scale from where we can justify our technological standing with them, the Kardashev scale. This is a method of measuring a civilization's level of technological advancement based on the amount of energy a civilization can use. It was proposed by Soviet astronomer Nikolai Kardashev in the 1964. The scale has three designated categories, type 1, 2 and 3. Carl Sagan suggested defining intermediate values by interpolating and extrapolating the values given above for types 1, 2 and 3, which it produced this formula. Humanity's civilization type as of 1973 was only about 0.7. At the current time, humans have not yet reached type 1 civilization. There was a hidden US government project called Serpo that can prove the existence of alien. The planet Serpo exchange program traces its origin to the famous Roswell incident where a UFO reportedly crashed in the plains near Soroko on May 31, 1947. The remains of the craft and one living extraterrestrials along with the bodies of his 4 dead companions were taken to Roswell for analysis. The Roswell living ET, later named EBE-1 for extraterrestrial biological entity, was friendly and calm. EBE-1 seemed very intelligent and was able to quickly learn English. He informed his keepers that he was from a planet called Serpo, about 40 light years away in the Zeta Reticuli system. In early 1952, EBE-1 sadly passed away without ever making contact with his home. In December 1952, the military made contact with the alien race referred to as Ebens, who lived on the planet Serpo in the Zeta Reticuli system, and communications transcribed over the next 9 years. During this time, an exchange program between the inhabitants of the two planets, Earth and Serpo, was created. So, do you really want to be a part of this exciting program? The chosen ones for the journey could not be married or have children. The assignment required their unquestioned absence for 10 years. No one on Earth should be concerned about their whereabouts for the duration of the mission. Finally, 12 American astronauts, 10 men and 2 women, were selected for the experiment. The exchange was scheduled to occur at Holloman Air Base on April 24, 1964, with approval from the then President John F. Kennedy. 2 even spaceships landed as planned, but for some reason the exchange got postponed. The Evans retrieved the remains of their dead comrades and left. The Evans returned in July 1965 and picked up their passengers. According to Castian, only one Evans stayed behind on Earth. Things about to get more interesting from now on. The Americans expected to stay on Serpo for 10 years. As it turns out, due to their confusion with their calendars, they stayed 13 years. It was difficult to keep track of days and times since the planet had 2 suns and it never got completely dark. During the stay on Serpo, the Americans learned about the Evans' history, religious beliefs and technology. It seemed they lived fairly primitive for a culture that also had advanced technology. Specifically, Evans had anti-gravity vehicles they used for ground transportation. 2 Americans liked life on Serpo so much, they decided to stay there. The remaining astronauts returned home in 1978, and the government enforced isolation on them for an entire year. Little is known about the lives since, except the last surviving one died in 2002. There has been no communication with Evans on Serpo since 1985. The transcript of a President Ronald Reagan briefing by then CIA Director William Casey was discovered. It was a top secret meeting and the recording happened between March 6 and 8, 1981. Now, I want to ask you a question. What is your belief about alien existence in our own universe Milky Way or in other universe? Feel free to comment down about your thoughts in the comment section. Stay tuned to get more of this kind of hidden stories. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Share happiness, be happy. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.